Okay, let's go ahead and look at this first one. It says a student traveled the distance of 68 miles in 136 minutes. They want to know which graph has a slope that best represents. Okay, one way you can do it, first of all, you need to read what each axis represents. So the x-axis represents minutes and the y-axis represents miles. So one way that you can do it is, since this is 136, you can find 136 on the graph and do it that way. But if you notice, it's not going to work that way, okay, because the numbers don't go up that high. So what we need to do is we need to simplify that. And in order to simplify that, we're going to put y over x, okay? Y over x, which is the same thing as finding slope. Remember, you rise over run. So what we're going to do is, since y is miles, we're going to put 68 over 136 minutes, okay? So then we're going to come over here and we're going to simplify and do 68. Oops, let's try that again. 60. Okay, so we're going to do 68 divided by 136. And what we're doing is we're finding the unit rate. So how much it is for one. So for 1 minute, it's equal to 0.5 miles. Okay, so 1 mile. So what we're going to do is we're going to come over here, or I'm sorry, half a mile. So we're going to come over here to 1 minute and we're going to go up to the line and we're going to plot the point there. Okay, so if you notice, if you come over here, this is at 2 miles. Well, this is saying it's supposed to be a half a mile. So it's not this one. Okay, let's look at the next one. You come over here to 1 minute, you go up to the line, and let's see where that's at. Okay, well, that's way more than a half a mile. Okay, that's at 3 miles, so we know it's not this one. Let's look at this one. Go over here to 1, and we go up, and if you notice, it's halfway between 0 and 1, which is at half. Okay, so I'm going to put a check mark that it could be this one. Okay, this one here is telling me that at 1 minute, it's only gone 1 mile. At 2 minutes, it's gone 1 mile. And it's the same going all the way across, okay? Or at half a mile, okay? But it's all the way across, so it's not going to be this one. So the one that it matches is this, okay? So again, what you're doing is you're just going to find this on the graph. But because these numbers are way bigger than the numbers on the graph, you have to simplify it or you have to make those numbers smaller. Okay, let's look at this next one. Okay, an oil well contractor drills a shaft 7 meters deeper into the ground every 2 hours. Okay, which graph has a slope that best represents this rate? Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to look and see how these are labeled. Okay, these are labeled hours. This is labeled meters. So for hours, we're going to use these numbers. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over to 2 hours and we're going to go up to where it's going to be. Okay, so it's up there. But if you notice, this is at 0, -5, -10. So in between 0 and -5 is not 7. Okay, this is at -2.5. So that's going to be between -2.5 and 5. So we know it's not this one. And I know this isn't saying at -7, but it's saying 7 meters deeper. So that tells me it's going to be at -7. Okay, so let's look at this one. We're going to go over here to 2 hours. We're going to go up to the line. And this here is at -10. Between -10 and 0, this is at -5. So this dot is between -5 and -10. So this could be it at -7. But we're not just going to stop there. We're going to look at the other ones. So this one, we're going to go over here to 2 hours. We're going to come up here to the line, and it's going to be close to -17.5. So we know it's not this one. Okay. And this one here, it's saying that it's staying the same no matter the hours. It's still staying the same. So it's not this one. So the one that it matches is this one. So guys, all we are doing is matching the table with the information given. Okay. Let's look at this one. Okay. Oscar buys his lunch in the school cafeteria. The cost of 15 lunches is $33.75. They want to know which graph has a slope that best represents this. Okay. So let's look to see how these are labeled. These are lunches, and this is total cost. But we're talking 15 lunches, but if you notice, all of these only go to 9. So what we need to do is we need to simplify it or make it smaller. Okay, make those numbers smaller. So we're going to put y over x, and our y is our money. So we're going to put $33.75 over our x, which is number of lunches. So we're going to put it 15. Okay, so I'm going to come over here and I'm going to simplify. And what I'm looking for is the unit rate. I'm looking for how much it is for one lunch. So $33.75 divided by the 15 lunches. That tells me that one lunch costs $2.25. Okay, so we're going to match which graph matches that. So this represents lunches. So we're going to come over here to 1 and we're going to go up. And if you notice, that point is a little bit above 2. So it could be $2.25. So I'm going to go ahead and put a check mark saying that it could be it. Okay, let's look at letter B. I go over here to one lunch, and the dot would have to be about right in here because you want it to go with the rest of the dots. Well, that means it's going to be less than $2. So it's not this one. This one here, you go over here. This represents lunches. So I'm going to go over here to one lunch, up here to that point, and that's between $6 and $8. Nope, that would be an expensive lunch for y'all. Okay, not that one. And this one here, there's not a point for it, but there's a point at 4 lunches, and it's up here less than $2. 4 lunches less than $2? No. So the one it matches is this one here. Okay. Again, all we're doing is we're matching. Okay. Let's look at this one. The cost of 6 pencils at a store is 30 cents. Okay. Each pencil has the same cost. Which graph has a slope that best represents? Okay. So we know that this represents pencils. This represents the cost. Okay. So what we can do is we can go over here to 6 pencils. We can go up and it's at 30 cents. Okay. So it could be this one. Let's look at this. There's not a point for 6 pencils, but for 5 pencils, it costs $5. For this one, it's in between 7 and 8. So 7.5 pencils cost $7. Nope, this is cents, sorry. So let's try this again. 5 pencils cost 5 cents. 7.5 pencils cost about 7 cents. So it's not this one. This one at 30 cents, that's for, what is that, 1 pencil? Okay, well, 1 pencil doesn't cost 30 cents. 6 pencils cost 30 cents, so it's not this one. And this one here tells us that 6 pencils cost 0, 10 cents, 20 cents, and so on. It's not this one. So the only one that it matches is letter F. Okay, let's turn it over. Okay, so a survey of customers at a restaurant revealed that 7 out of 10 customers preferred the new spaghetti sauce. Again, we are just matching. So 7 out of 10 customers. So this is the total number of customers. This is the number preferred. So 7 out of 10. So this is how many preferred out of the total number. So let's go to total number 10, come up here, and that's at 7. Okay, could be this one. Let's look at this one. So 10 is the total number of customers, and you come up here and you put your point on the line and you go over, and this is 14. No, 14 out of 10 doesn't make sense, so it's not this one. This one here, 10 being the total amount, 10 would be about right here. You go up to the line, and that's more than 7, so it's not this one. And this one here, 10, this would be 7, so 10 would be about right here, and you go up, so it doesn't match this one. So the one that it matches is this one here. Okay, we're going to do one more. Let's look at this one. Okay, a hot air balloon is released at ground level, and it rises into the air at a constant rate. After 5 seconds, the height of the balloon is at 20 feet. Which table shows that? But if you notice, it starts at 10 seconds. Okay, so at 5 seconds, it's at 20 feet and it's rising. That means at 10 feet, it's going to be at 40. Okay, this is 10 seconds at 2.5 feet. Nope, not this one. 10 seconds at 40 feet. Okay, could be it. 10 seconds, 25 feet. No. 10 seconds at 40 feet. Okay, could be that. So now we have to decide between these two. Okay, so 5 seconds is the height of the balloon is 20 feet. Okay, so the easiest thing we're going to do is we're going to figure out how much it is for 1 second. So we're going to put y over x, and we're going to find the slope. So y is the height in feet. So we're going to put 20 over the seconds. So 20 over 5 is 4. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to multiply each one of these times 4. So 10 times 4 is 40. 20 times 4 is 80, not 60. Okay, so this one doesn't work. We're not just going to assume it works for this one. We're going to try it. 10 times 4 is 40. That checks out. 20 times 4 is 80. 30 times 4 is 120. 40 times 4 is 160. 50 times 4 is 200. So that one matches. So that would be our answer.